I am Michael Clement, and I am the KPMG Centennial Professor of Accounting. I'm also a second-generation professor. My dad was a professor, and he was the greatest role model in my life. I became a professor because I wanted to be a role model to others the way he was a role model to me. For me, the greatest thing about being a professor is having the ability to help other people reach their full potential. At the University of Texas, we say our core purpose is to transform lives for the benefit of society. I love working for an institution that has this as its goal. For me, in addition to having a hopefully positive impact on my students, being a professor offers many benefits. One of the benefits of being a professor is that we have a lot of autonomy to think about and talk about ideas that we think are important. I also like the energy that comes from being around young people who are optimistic and are in a special time in their lives. I've also had the opportunity to teach and study abroad programs in places like Asia and South America. And I've been involved with our athletics department. Perhaps equally important for me is that as business school professors, we don't have to take a vow of poverty to pursue these ideal dreams that we have. I will tell you that getting a PhD is one of the most challenging things I have done in my life. When I submitted my application to the doctoral program, I was working for the CFO at Citibank. My wife and I had 2 good jobs and no children. But by the time I entered the program, we had our first child. So we went from a household of 2 adults, 2 good salaries in a big house, to a household of 3 people with 1/4 of a salary in a small apartment. But in hindsight, obtaining a PhD is one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've been at the University of Texas for 21 years, and I've never stayed in one place that long. And my relationship with the PhD project is even longer. I first got involved with the PhD project 25 years ago. In fact, it was 25 years ago this month. It's been one of the most rewarding relationships in my life. I'm sorry I can't be there with you this evening, but thank you for coming out to be with us. Please ask a lot of questions. In closing, my hope is that you will learn enough this evening to get a sense for whether or not the PhD is right for you. Whatever you decide, I hope your career will be as rewarding for you as mine has been for me. Thank you again for coming out.